If you don't understand prophecy, you don't understand SHIT. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakha HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well, peace and blessings. To the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. Without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. The prophecy is yelling, screaming off the pages, okay? And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to play some of this video, the Jimmy Dore Show, and we'll get some precepts.
Have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
Conspiracy theorists proven correct again. Keir Starmer is mandating a digital ID. And watch the BS reason he gives you. It's good for you. It's always good for you, just like the vaccine. It's always good for you.
And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work.
Free of charge, Kurt. Free of charge. How royal of you. Like, you know the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, just lock the entire country down and take away everyone's rights.
That's right. You see, Jimmy Dore is on fire. Okay, he's on it. Okay, and this is pursuant to Psalms. I always get them mixed up. Is it 64 or 83? Yeah. Psalm 64 and 8. It says, "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." All right. And this is what you have happening. Nobody wants to be associated with whiteness anymore. Okay. Nobody wants to be associated with this Western philosophy. Okay. They're backtracking on the small hats. Okay. The Christians are. Okay. Women are backing away from feminism. Okay. And Jake, when are you going to back away from black culture? Okay. Because all three of those things were there to set up to subdue white men, white women, and the Israelites. Okay. All of those philosophies, man, and they were set up by the small hats. Okay. But everything is crumbling now. Okay. This is that scene at the end of Goodfellas. They're all just singing like canaries, man, rolling on one another. Okay. And Esau's gonna get RICO charges, man. Okay, all of the shit that he did across the world. Okay, it says, but verse 7, Salakia, verse 9, "And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing." Okay, because this guy's gonna get confounded. Okay, by his own people. Okay, and all of these narratives that he's pushed, people are questioning it now. Okay. What happened during World War II in Germany? Okay, what really happened? Who was the real bad guys? Where's the money going? People are asking questions like that now. Okay, they're going to consider. It says, "The righteous shall be glad in the Lord Yahweh and shall trust in Him, and the upright in heart shall glory." So we know when they start double talking and fighting and infighting and all of these political interactions go on. Okay, this is around the time of the end. Okay, I'm going to hold Revelation 13. Actually, hold on. Let me get this real quick, because we told you about this. Isaiah 42 and 9. "Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them." Okay, and the Lord gave this breakdown to John the Revelator way back when, over 2,000 years ago. Okay. And they speak softly, but what do they really mean? Okay, I'm gonna rewind that part again.
Royal of you. Like, you know the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, just lock the entire country down and take away everyone's rights.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're making it mandatory.
By the end.
See, but they're trying to position it like, Salakia, 1 second. They're trying to position it like, we gotta solve a problem. You want us to solve the problem, don't you? You know. But this devil, he don't solve problems. He is the problem. Okay. Going back to Psalm 64 and go to verse 2, it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." That's what this is. It's an insurrection. Okay. They got you comfortable with free speech, and now they're going to rip it away from you. Okay? They got you comfortable being able to work 40 hours a week and being able to go on vacations and do all kind of other things. Now they're going to rip it away from you. Now you got to work 60 just to make ends meet. Ends meet. Okay? Just to make ends meet. Now you got to work 80 if you want to catch up. Okay? And pay back some of the debt that you owe. Okay? While they're running it up on you. Okay? Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. And I'm going to come back to that because I believe they mentioned something about that in here.
End of this parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
So they're doing that. Why would you do it like that? You won't be able to.
Let me spell it out, Jimmy.
Because
No one can trade or buy or sell without the mark of the beast.
That's
He
right.
literally just said that in a different way.
You won't be able to.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? All right. Where are you guys at, man? Huh? Where are y'all at? Let me get that in Peter. Salakia. Second Peter 1:20. Okay, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation. What does this mean? Okay, and why a heathen got to break it down for you on alternative news sites when you have Israelite camps out there? You're supposed to be the watchman. Okay, you're supposed to be guarding the sheep, warning from danger, and here you are competing for views, man. Okay, trying to become the pinnacle of Hebrew Israelism, and prophecy's unfolding, man. If you don't understand prophecy, you don't understand shit. Okay. It doesn't matter how good you are with the Hebrew. It doesn't matter how good you are with knowing the history and the lineages and genealogies and all of these various different things, man. Okay, if you don't understand the prophecy, you don't understand it. Okay, that's the spirit that the Lord is coming in. Verse 21, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man, but holy men of the Most High spake, as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. So these men that are constantly obsessed with debates, okay, with cutting Christians, okay, with making women feel good, they're not in the spirit of the Lord, because they're not in the spirit of prophecy, man. The spirit of the Lord got the men, the prophets, speaking about what? Obviously prophecy, man. Okay. This is the irritating fact about you you guys that are in in these camps. Okay? I believe I got this right. You see? Where are y'all, man? How are they able to break this thing down? You see? John 10:1, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Okay? The Sakari and all these other guys, they came up some other way, man. Not off of prophecy. They came up off of, hey, man, the white man is the devil and he's your oppressor. Yeah, those things can be true. All right? But that's just part of the message, man. Your real job is to warn. Okay? What do you do after you know the white man is the devil? Okay? How should you be preparing your mind, your spirit? Okay? You should be getting your household in order according to 2 Ezra 14. But you got them in the opposite spirit. Okay? They see you driving a G-Wagon, now they want to drive a G-Wagon. You know? The Lord ain't dealing with that. You got to be in the spirit of prophecy, man. Okay? Like the Elder Matar said in Chicago, it's about to be get down or lay down, man. Okay? Look, in 2 Ezra 14 and 13, it says, now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people, Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. Okay. So this should be a time of getting your shit together, man. Not getting all settled and looking to find a wife and doing all of this. If you got a wife, fine. Okay. But if your eyes is set on anything besides getting the victory over this spiritual war we're about to fight that we're in, you're going to lose, man. Okay. Because you ain't seen nothing yet. You haven't seen the serpent turn up yet. Okay. So all of you hirelings, the Lord's going to find you out, man. Okay. John 10:2, but he that entereth in the door by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Okay. So there's a right way to come into this thing, man. Okay. You can't come into this thing being popular. Okay. You had a following doing this. Like Tazariak said, I was somebody before this. Or before you, or whatever he said. Verse 3, to him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. And when he putteth forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. See, y'all are not leaders by example. Okay? You are just niggas that are popular, and anybody can be popular. Okay? Lil Nas X is popular. I don't make you a righteous man. Okay? Did they follow? Did they show you the example on how to lead with and do the Passover properly? Okay. Did the ISUPK lead by example by refusing the 2020 juice? No, they told you to take it, man. Okay. Shakari told you it ain't that serious about the Passover. It's a high holy day. You could have bottle girls in there, you know. Because they're not in the spirit of Yahushua or prophecy, man. Okay? It says, verse 5, and a stranger they will not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. So if there's any elect among these other camps, they're getting ready to come up out of there, man. Because look at what is open news now on the Jimmy Dore show, man.
Spell it out, Jimmy. No one can trade or buy or sell without the mark of the beast.
That's right.
He literally just said that in a different way.
You won't be able to access electricity. You won't be able to buy gas. You won't be able to do anything. You won't be able to get in your bank account. You won't be able to do anything unless you have the mark of the beast, which is the digital ID.
Unreal.
And he said you won't be able to work. But so they say you won't be able to work because it looks like he's fighting illegal immigration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see? They're putting a guise under, just like the scripture said that they would, man. Where are you niggas, man? Goodness fucking gracious, man. That's why the Lord just gonna start killing you, man. Because you should have known this a long time ago. I know you know better now, but you're full of pride, man. Okay? What did the scripture say? Habakkuk 2:1. I will stand up on my watch and sit up on the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. Because Habakkuk was a real man of the Lord. Okay? So he stood up on his watch and he watched. Unlike you individuals, man. Verse 2, it says, and the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. See? You're supposed to get the breakdowns, understand what's happening, Salakia. And break them down, man. Okay? That came out at camp this past week as well. I believe it's Sirach 39. Sirach 39:1, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof. What are you occupied in? Hoes, man. You just a niggas of the world, man. You not really occupied. You've deceived yourself thinking you're a man of the Lord. What good are you if you got the best speed and accuracy in the world if you're just going to sit on your ass, man. You no good to the sheep. No matter how good you are at precepts and cutting Christians and knowing this and understanding, the different doctrines, that don't matter if you're not doing what the Lord told you to do, man. Okay? King Saul was great, but his spirit was off, okay? He didn't do what the Lord told him to do, so guess what? He got dethroned. The Lord took his candlestick, man. All right? It says, we'll seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and be occupied in prophecies. Okay? All the wisdom. Okay? It says he will keep the sayings of renowned men. Who are renowned men? The prophets, man. The prophets are the renowned men. Okay? And y'all pick and choose what y'all want to go into. Y'all avoid prophecy like the plague because it ain't sexy. Okay? Why are you worried about what's sexy? Because you want money. Just admit it, man. Okay? It says, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also, man. Okay? We're all ears when the apostles break down the deeper sayings. The 2 Ezra 11 and 12. Parts of Daniel, parts of Revelation. Okay? Ezekiel, Genesis. All right? It says he will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables. And this is what the men of the Lord were supposed to have, so we could go back to Habakkuk 2 and make it plain upon tables. So when this nigga rolls out something, okay, and he calls it something that's not written in the King James English, we still can identify it and know what it is. Okay? The Charagma is not talking about sin, an embargo, sleeping with white women. None of that, okay? It's what we told you what it is, which is the RFID chip, okay? And it is coming globally.
I didn't get that from
I'm pretty sure that's not the people. So here we go. Let's watch this. Jeremy Corbyn and Nigel Farage. So far left and far right both agree on this. It's a bad idea. Jeremy Corbyn says, I firmly oppose the government's plans for compulsory digital ID cards. This is an affront to our civil liberties and will make the lives of minorities even more difficult and dangerous. It is excessive state interference and must be resisted. Must be resisted. Here's the far right guy, Nigel Farage, says, I am firmly opposed to Keir Starmer's digital ID cards. It will make no difference to illegal immigration, but it will be used to control and penalize the rest of us. The state should never have this much power. You know who else agrees with those two guys?
The king? I'm kidding. Obviously not.
And something is good for you when it's forced on you. That's how you know it's good for you, when it's forced on you. Just like the vaccine.
That's right, yeah.
He calls it all. He calls it all. He calls it all. Okay? Both small and great.
Just like the vaccine and lockdowns and masks and social distancing, when it's forced on you. So
Lock me down, Daddy. That's what I say.
So here's the Nurses Association from the NHS nurses in the UK. They say, we need to send a loud and clear message to Keir Starmer that we do not support mandatory digital ID cards. This is dangerous for everyone in the UK. Oh, they're crazy. Conspiracy theorists. The nurses at the National Health Service in the UK.
Pick up your sporks and try to do something, England.
Even the nurses. But you better be careful when you tweet that, because that could... If you send the wrong message, they're just going to send two very attractive policewomen to your door and arrest you. Like in a porn film, like a porn film.
It is like that's what they're police force is, a porno movie.
New digital ID will be mandatory to work in the UK. Keir Starmer said Can I just show you why this is going to be wrong? Let me skip. I'm going to skip. First of all, I want to show you this. If we get this digital ID system working and the public being with us, that will be the bedrock of the modern state.
You see, the new modern state is going to be the Draco. Okay, we're going to get to it in a second. I ain't going to make this too much longer.
Said by Prime Minister's chief secretary. This will be the bedrock of the modern state.
That's not good.
And will allow for really quite exciting public service reform in the future.
My God.
It will also, it says it's going to also offer ordinary citizens countless benefits, Kurt, like being able to prove your identity to access key services swiftly rather than hunting around for an old utility bill.
Right. You see that? These whack ass benefits they trying to offer you. Okay. We bring this out all the time. We know what this is. Psalm 55 and 21. It says, "The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords." Okay, that's what this is. Again, the same play, literally the same play. He keeps running the same play and pressing triangle every time, hitting the same receiver, man. Okay, and nobody is adapting to it. But this time the Lord is going to get you, man. Okay, the Lord's going to unplug your controller, man. Okay, and then all hell's going to break loose, and the nation's going to run it up on you. Okay, you see?
I can't do that with my old ID.
Is it right?
You go online first and
The
foremost.
new ID will be held on an easily hackable phone. So
Yeah, I wanted to get to the other
this is
things
like
he had.
me
to
on
make
Fox
this
having
too long.
digital
People were eating them up
on
on the
cyber-
tweets.
idea that you could do security, and yet the volume of breaches is. Chris Littlewood says digital ID for every adult is not progress. An ID side register.
There was one that he had mentioned.
Centralize. He's saying on the day they want to trigger it, the register and it's a single the poor legal migration the poor and any it's a single point of failure
this-
for criminals, insiders, and hostile states to target. It will punish the elderly,
Yes.
the poor, and anyone who is not always online. It will set
Yeah, exactly. See, he's gonna weed you out, man. Okay, you're not gonna have a choice. That was what I was thinking about in Psalm 64. Okay, when we were there. Okay, what it says in verse 4, Psalm 64 and 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Okay. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. Okay. So they're shooting at the weak, man. Okay. That's who's gonna get caught up in it. That's who's gonna take it. Okay. People that are on the street, they don't be on online like that. People that are up in age, they're not online like that. You see. But let's go to the the main event. Okay, Revelation 13. All right. And 11, and it says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon." So he said the left and the right condemn this over there in the UK, the far left and the far right. Okay. And so what this reveals to you is that left and right is just bullshit. The real dragon is speaking. See, the prime minister is able to get up there anyway and just make it into law, man. Okay. He said, make no mistake. You will need this to go to work. Okay. I'm going to skip down to verse 15. It says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Okay. And already over there in Europe, they can already arrest you for saying something foul on Facebook. Okay. So they're getting there where if you don't bow to the image, they're gonna put hands on you. Okay. And they're not gonna publicize the concentration camps. You're not gonna see that on CNN. Okay. They're not gonna have B-roll of niggas getting tortured and beheaded. Okay, on ABC News. Okay, but just know it's coming. Verse 16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, or in their foreheads, Okay? How can you get past this, man? You cannot. Okay? So all of you guys, you're tired of hearing about the charagma, the mark of the beast. Oh, good. Good. Go back into the world, man. You gonna take the chip anyway. All you weak-spirited niggas. Okay? Going back under your woman, you know, go ask your job, go ask your job for a promotion, okay, and just wait for the missiles to come. Okay? I'm gonna end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rachak Shalom. Kwam Yasharal.